everybody. This is Brad Bishop, Brad Bishop, whatever you want to call me. Coming to you on sales and marketing, selling the sizzle and not the steak. You know, it took me being new a couple years to really truly understand what selling the sizzle and not the steak really meant. You know, people buy what they feel. Sometimes not necessarily. People buy what they need. They buy what they want. And if you can make somebody want it, then they will then find the need. For example, if you're selling burglary alarm systems, well, you know, that's the steak. The burglary alarm system is the steak. Now, selling the sizzle on a burglary alarm system, you know, burglary alarm system people typically focus on the fear. But, you know, how would it make you feel and your family feel with the security of having an actual alarm system? John and Mary, how would it make you feel to be able to be at work and your wife and your kids are at home, knowing that they are secure? You can move on with your day feeling like, you know what, if you're not there, you have a security alarm system. That is the sizzle. You make them feel, you put them in the picture. When you put them in the picture, then they will find a need. A car. The crazy thing is people actually show up on a car lot to buy a damn car. All right, they just don't know and they're not ready yet. The reason is they don't know that they're ready yet. They know they're ready. They're just scared of car salesmen. When somebody shows up on your lot for a car, oh, we're just looking. Well, good. I'm glad y'all are just looking. Let me ask you this. Out of all the cars that you feel that you can afford, in general or want, what is that one vehicle that you're looking for that would make you feel right and making your choice to drive around in the new car that you're wanting? I'm going for the sizzle, baby. I'm going for the sizzle because they already got a need. We already know they need a car. I want them to feel what they're buying. Timeshare. I used to work for one of the best timeshare companies in the world, Silverleaf Resorts. All my timeshare salesmen out there, y'all know you cringed when you got a Silverleaf owner when they walked up in there with a bonus structure. Over and above the week they owned, they can come back out to all the resorts and stay 1 to 6 nights for free. I was amazed throughout my 20 years of doing this how some people it didn't actually affect them. That was when I knew that in my growth, I didn't properly give them a need for that bonus time. John and Mary, how would it make you, what'd you do last Valentine's? How would it make you feel to book a night alone with your woman? Y'all work so very hard. You both almost have opposite schedules. How would it make you feel and how would it make her feel to know that you actually set a room up, got some rose petals, got some wine, had a night out at dinner set, y'all just broke away for an evening, which needs to be done anyway between work and parenthood, and you both actually got back down to what it was back in the beginning before the responsibilities of life. Do you see this sizzle? It's called putting them in the picture. Ferraris, Corvettes, Lamborghinis, why do people buy that crap? They don't need it. They don't need it. You know why they buy it? Number one is because I guess they can't afford it. But some of them live paycheck to paycheck after buying something like that because they didn't need it. But here's why they buy it. They buy it because of how it's going to make them feel sitting in the cockpit of that vehicle. They buy it because when they're driving down the road, the responses and the visuals that you're going to get sitting in the car, people watching you drive down the road. They buy it because of the feeling of the caliber it's going to make them feel as an individual. These people don't need this crap. They didn't need those cars. They bought because of how it was going to make them feel. If you present something, no matter what product it is, but you make them feel it, then they create a need for themselves. You cannot create a need for an individual if you don't allow them to put themselves in the picture and feel what it's going to feel like to be in that picture. I wanted to come to you because selling the sizzle and not the steak is a very, very important key element to being very successful in the sales game. For an example, last time you walked into a Mexican restaurant, you get enchiladas. You were going in there to get some enchiladas. All of a sudden, that waiter comes out with those sizzling, smoking fajitas. What did you do? You heard the sizzling. You smelt the fajitas. All of a sudden, you're visualizing what it would be like to actually get fajitas. And all of a sudden, when you walked in there to get some enchiladas, you find yourself, once the waitress gets there, that you actually have decided that you want fajitas instead of enchiladas. You bought the sizzle and not the steak. So this is my explanation video of helping all of you salespeople, marketers, no matter what product you sell. When you can actually put them in the picture, make them feel the benefit of having it in their life, then they will create a need on their own. And when nobody wants to be sold, they want to buy it on their own terms. So you know what? As long as you can master that right there, nobody wants to be sold, but if it's their idea, they will buy it. It is your job to lay it out on a silver platter and let them drink the water. Some people, you can't make them drink the water. It's okay. There's two things that you cannot help people: ignorance and poverty. You can't help people in that. So you know what? For each and every individual that steps in front of you, as long as you do not do that customer a disservice by not laying the feelings of how it would feel to actually have your product and allow them to actually create the need on their own, making it their idea, you will actually see your sales rise tremendously. This is Brad Bishop, man, coming to y'all. Bishop Brad. I like to do my name all kinds of backwards and stuff just for the simple fact that I hope you get it all around. But I'm coming to y'all on my sales and marketing, man. Hope this helps y'all a lot today. I want to say this. You were blessed with a new day. Make that money today. You've only got a certain amount of time in this day. Don't get dressed waking up to go hate your job. Because I'm going to tell you this, the Lord had something much greater for you than your mental institution. I can tell you that much right now. Much love, man. I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.